New MP9500 is basically an upgraded version of the MP9000. The MP9000 had 16 sounds. We've now gone to 64 sounds on this particular product. We've changed the way it's organized on the panel. We now have a single mode where you're playing a single sound, and then you have families of instruments on these top 8 buttons. So if you want a piano sound, you go to the piano family, and then you have 8 different sounds that you can choose from. And if you're looking at the display, you can see the different piano sounds that we've added to the equation. Have a new mode, multi-mode. When you enter that, now you have 4 zones that can be assigned to either an internal sound or an external sound, or both. And these are freely assignable zones, so that you have free assignment of key range, so they can be layers, splits, combinations of that. It can be internal, external, or both. And they can be activated in real time and also volume balanced in real time. We retain the 4 controller knobs here, and they're controls remain the same as the MP9000. We've added some additional MIDI function and some additional controller function that will be very effective. In the multi-mode, one of the interesting things we can do, back to the drawbars, multi-drawbar, number 1, you have actually 4 active zones now. The first zone being a basic Hammond style setup with rotary that you can control with the left-hand pedal down on the pedal assembly. Each one of these zones are individual drawbars. So as you're playing, you can turn them off or turn them on, activate different drawbar settings. If they're all on, these become essentially drawbars. So you can have an operation very similar to the old Hammond B3. So we think that will be a very exciting element to the new product. We've added a music rack, detachable music rack, which was something everybody seemed to be asking for on the product. We've actually upgraded the action. Now we're still using the wooden key action that everybody loves, but we've added the element of graded hammers, so the hammer weighting is heavier in the bass, and it grades up to a lighter hammer in the treble. Now, for those of you that know about real pianos, you'll know that graded hammers are one element to it, but in a real piano we actually counterbalance that to try to make the touch more even. So what we're doing in the bass section of the action is we're actually attaching weights at the bottom of the keys. These are counterweights to help make the feel even. And for those guys that know acoustic pianos, what we get from that is an even static weight or an even down pressure from one side to the other, but we get a curve to the dynamic weight, which is the measurement of the mass of the action. So the mass of the action is heavier in the bass and lighter in the treble, and that follows the dynamic weight curve that's on our grand pianos.